All right, let's get started. Um, so today I'd like to keep working on this frame buffer view. Now, you might be wondering why it's just off-center now. Um, that's because I was thinking about, so maybe the best way to just show this is to not use this example. Let me see. Maybe it will work still. If we do a less, oh yeah, it's gonna not work properly at all. Okay, I need to fix that. So if I do less here with in a working terminal emulator, um, so when you go down like this, everything's just fine. It can just make a new line and push everything down. Um, that might be an issue actually, depending. But I don't think that's how it works actually. I think okay, well I'll have to look. But anyways, basically when you go up though, this is where it like is kind of annoying. So basically what the terminal just wants you to do is to basically scroll this part of the window down, and then it moves the cursor up here and it prints something new only on this line. It doesn't reprint any of the rest of this. So you have to be able to scroll it down somehow. Now, I was thinking a little bit about how to just do this without having to introduce the CPU side buffer with like lines and stuff that you could just swap around. And I was thinking I might be able to just do it by just including some sort of offset to this to where this starts getting rendered on the screen. So when you scroll down, what you would do is you just add one. You'd move the offset up one like element, one cell. And then if you were to scroll down, you'd do it the other way. Um, so I'm not sure if that's going to work or not yet, but we're going to try it. And then I had fixed a couple things off stream. So first of all, like was it called like push empty cell rect? To push empty cell rect before, I had forgot to include like a +1 here. So if you specified the same call or like the same row, like let's say you only wanted to draw push empty cells on one row, it would just go to 0 and then you wouldn't actually draw anything. So you need to add 1 in these cases to just cover that, as in the position as well. Actually, adding the 1 in the position is just to fix the offset, but so we can actually test that, which I should have done last time. How do we call this one? Put it on here again. I just like yanked the whole function. That was definitely not intentional. Okay, so I'm gonna take the terminal. Let's say this offset's screwed up, but let's just say that the row is 3, row 3, and then column 0 through column 5. Yeah, that, what did I do? Whoa. What on earth did I copy paste? We're just gonna undo all of that. So push empty cell rect term 3 3 0 6 5 6 doesn't matter. Oh right. Yeah, that's fine. But that's actually not working just yet. Wait, was this supposed to be 0 indexed? Okay, that's because this texture is like all screwed up. Wait, that doesn't really make sense actually. Let me see what this push empty cell. I think this push empty cell rect is not considering the other thing I just added, which was the row offset. So yeah, I need to consider that. R off. I think it's basically we just need to add D to R cursor R off in that. Oh, okay, push empty cell rect. Okay, there we go. So, oops. So this VTGL is on line 0, and then there's line 1, like line 1, 2, and then 3. And we can now actually just draw this like this. That looks like that might be a little bit incorrect, actually. That's only drawing... Hold on, that's actually not even correct. Why is that wrong? Wait. That's definitely not correct. Let's fix that first. So push empty. We had min row, max row. Take the difference to give us the number. Oops, takes the difference here. Number of rows plus 1. So if we had 2 and 5, it should be 3 rows. 2 to 5, right? 2, 3, 4, 5 should be 4 rows. Never mind. Should be 4 rows. So 5 minus 2 will give you 3, and then you add 1. That gives you 4. So that part's fine. Then position should be counting down, so it should be the window size minus the cell size height times the row offset times the... I think this should be like the max row. I think that's what's going wrong here. Yeah. This is like kind of getting unruly, so I'm gonna break it up onto 2 lines here. 2 lines here. Okay. So 3 to 5 now. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 2. So that's what that's supposed to be doing. So that looks good. So that's working. Now, get rid of that. The thing I was wondering about here, and I don't know why I'm just doing this, is that this whole thing is getting rendered to a texture, and I was trying to do like some cryptic thing in the fragment shader with like the scaling and offset and all that stuff. But then I remember you don't really need to do that because OpenGL just has something called a texture view. which basically lets you initialize texture as an alias of another texture's data. So I think you can just or maybe what I want is texture sub image, not texture, sorry, texture sub, what's it called? Sub something. I don't think it's texture sub image. Texture sub image makes an image texture, but I just want an actual texture. So there, let me think here. Maybe it really is just sub image, and I'm just thinking weird here. We're gonna try this. I think this is correct, actually. Specify a two-dimensional texture sub-image. So to use that, what we need to do is U32 subtext, and then we have to do our friend GL gen textures 1 and subtext. Probably this isn't going to work the first time I try everything because, as usual, OpenGL can be quite annoying. We're going to gen textures, then we're going to bind it, I guess. Texture 2D subtext. Then we're going to do a GL X sub image 2D. The target is a GL texture 2D. The level 0, there's no levels. Oh, so this is for specifying the texture. That's what I want. I want to do, I swear it's like texture view. You can do like copy image 2D. But I want to make a copy. Copy text. Copy pixels into a 2D texture. So think, let me see here. Copy text sub image. I don't think this is what I want, but we're gonna try it. Hello. How are you today? Sorry. That is like way too small, isn't it? So yeah, let's try this. So we're gonna do copy texture sub image for now. Target level X offset is 0. Y offset is in the texture array, so it should be whatever this height is supposed to be, which is this Y offset that is not being used. So the cursor position in Y or the height scale, that should be correct. Let me think here. Why on earth does this take a Y offset, X offset, and window coordinates? That's really weird. Let's just do this for now. It's like completely wrong, but and then we'll fiddle with it in a second here. And for the width and height, the width is going to be the window size width. We have that, and the window size dot height over this. It should just be from the active or the active textures, I would expect. All right, sorry. So the active texture was should just be this Framebuffer one, but I should like really specify that. That's actually a problem though, because this is going to bind it to that. What did I call that? For now, I'm just going to make it a different one. We're going to do text unit +1. And we're going to do... But which one is it copying from then? That doesn't make sense. It has to be the one that's bound. Oh, sorry, this copies from the, this copies pixels from the frame buffer. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong. Let's copy text image. I want copy text subimage. Specify the texture object for the name for that. I might be wrong about this, but I thought that you could make a texture view or like copy or looking at a sub portion of the texture. Maybe I'm completely incorrect and I have to just do the calculation correctly. So that's okay. You can actually use RenderDoc to help with that a little bit. So I'm going to not do this for now. I don't want to make a copy. This is not being used at the moment, even though it should be. So let us try and, so that's still building. Let's go and look in RenderDoc and see where this just is. And then relate that back to the window size without all this weird junk going on. Oh, we're not in that one. So yeah, I know this thing is just like way wonky, but that's okay. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Close it. Okay, so this pixel is 0 and 20. Okay, so this is what the coordinates should just be. Is that right? No, that's like a pixel value. Oh, sorry, that's the pixel value. Right, right. So this should be so 0 and 2107. So you want, we go here. It's got this like weird offset of like 400, which doesn't make any sense. And then let's just look at this shader quickly. Not that shader. This shader. So we need to scale the texture to the proper thing. So the scale, let's see what the scale was. Or like the window height. So you just see here. So for this is like kind of annoying, but that times 3 gives texture. I think it's this texture. Oops. Yeah, so this texture has a height of 3153. So if we go 3153 divided by 3, it would be, yeah, that's like completely wrong. Why is this like 1401? Oh, because of my weird fudge thing. Let me fix that first. Let's get rid of this. It should really be like over this. But that like makes this weird compression. That could be like a different issue that's going on. It's like the width before was correct, but the height was not correct. Let's try to check this. This would actually properly attach, but it won't. So, okay, so then when we go in here, I need to see what the texture was again. The texture is 3399 by 1146. So 3399, I think that looks correct. So 3399 divided by 3 is 1133. Okay. So that scale would be correct. Except the viewport might be the problem in this case. So the viewport should just be exactly the same scale. Theoretically, that appears to be wrong. Thought the viewport. Is this like now correct as well? Actually, I want to see this. No, that's like way off screen. Why is that viewport closer to being correct? View. This is, yeah. Weird. It's like very slightly compressed, which is like kind of weird that that's happening. Let's go back to here. Yeah, because this is the correct height, not compressed. So it's 4110 divided by 3 is 1370. And then here we got 1370, so the scale is technically correct. Unless the projection matrix is screwed up, actually, because I think that is actually getting set in this, or being used in the shader, if I'm not mistaken. If we, not in this shader, there's just like a projection matrix. Right, that might be wrong. Yeah, there was like this. Yeah, right. There was this implicit assumption that this was supposed to be divided by 2, which was just completely incorrect. That's height. FB height scale. Sure. Rest of this should be fine. Let's see what the problem is now. Can't even tell. That still kind of looks a little off, though. Wait, what happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Sorry about that. What is going on there? Uh, it's like not necessary. Um, okay. Why, what? Wait, what was even going wrong there? That's exactly the. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, this should have been in brackets if I wanted to do that. It was stupid. Yeah, never mind. Good. I can do math good. So let me check this now. Is this now going to be correct with the y offset? Or is the y offset still incorrect? That's still incorrect, okay. Um, we will figure that one out separately. So this is at least scaled correctly now without this weird thing going on. So the next goal should be to figure out, let's launch this. I know the Y offset's just screwed up. Should figure out how to get this to work properly, but we'll do that after. So that's good. So let's go back to the texture. Okay, so texture 3699, and so the texture would be 3699, and then the other thing is correct. I don't know why I'm checking this on my phone, to be honest, but yeah, so that's like correct, obviously. Now the offset that we just want in this texture is, come on, I need to zoom in. $24.88. Why is it $24.88? I mean, maybe that's right. Maybe it should be $24.88, and then this other corner would be 44 down. Okay, kind of makes sense. So $24.88. And that would still be related to that like offset that I just added, which was, what is it? Could be this one. That's going to be an offset from where? I guess it's like the top of the screen. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not in the right place. Let me just try hard coding this. No, it's not the right place. Why is there like some weird off? It's not even that. It's like 356, 357. Yeah, it's literally 357. What would that be corresponding to? So I don't know why this is off either, for that matter. Um, What exactly am I doing in that shader? I don't think the mesh viewer is useful here. So this is not mattering at all. It's only the vertex shader that matters. Um, apply the scale and then we translate it by this row. So we scale the thing to the exact size of the viewport of the window. And then we apply a translation. What's the cursor position? What is the cursor position? Let's increase this. That's not the position. I want the position. Okay, so let's just not plus plus. Plus equals 50, it doesn't matter. I just need it to be below. And then it's gonna be we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do cursor position dot x. I wish I could type. And cursor position dot pause. Cursor pause. Sure, I'm going to do that. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then it's gonna be FPS, be curse.len, and then we're gonna do this. First of all, it should be like this. Okay. I should just measure the text and figure out what the thing is supposed to be. how did I do this? Where's the measure text? Seems. Wait, why is there a. Oh, my bad. Yeah. That's what I meant to do. Okay, so. Why is that 203? What? That's like here. 203. And if we just like. Yeah. $20.74. If that's $20.74. Then. Oops. Then. We basically want. So what. So let me see. So this window height over 3 is just gonna hijack this for a second. $10.58. So okay, so let me see here. 10.58. So 10.58, and then this cursor's at this. Hmm. 10.58 times 3 is 31.74. Right. So that makes actually more sense for that cursor position. 2074. So, right. So 31.74 minus 10.58 then minus whatever the text height was. So like assuming it was like I can look at what it was, but it's like 40 something, I think. So like if it's 42, which it probably is, then that would align with what's going on here. So that makes sense. So then, 3174 minus 1058 minus 42 equals 2074. So then where does this offset come in? Like why do we even need the offset, to be honest? This is already what the viewport is. Um, this is an offset from what exactly? So it's when you, after you scale up the, that's what it's from. So it's after you scale up the fragment square. So you scale it up to exactly the right size of the screen, and then you still need to offset in the texture to find the actual text. And when you scale it up, it's going to be aligned on the viewport, which is the bottom corners 0, 0. And then it's going to go up until 1058, but we need to include 2074. So that doesn't make any sense. So the fragment shader hot reloading is not working, so I can't do what I'd like to do. How does the draw rectangle call work again? No, we're trying to look at the middle third. And the reason I'm trying to just do that is so that I can scroll the so that I can scroll in the oops. So sorry, that I can scroll like with less when I need to scroll it. I think it might work, but I need this to just be like lined up appropriately first. So to do that, I can this. Okay. Fix this after. Yeah, so to do that, let me just okay. So we should be looking at the middle third, because this would just start in the middle. I'm not even sure like what this y offset's supposed to be. If I just set this to 0 and then go in here and do like can I get this to just draw on the screen? So where is this in the... So this I can actually look in render doc and see what's going on. Why is the cursor? Okay. Yeah, let's save this. And let's go to the texture. Oops. Let me just draw this text at position 0. Yes, this is the bottom of the screen. The y offset's supposed to be from the bottom of the screen up. Why on earth would like the 300 even be working? So if I now go ahead and just offset this by... Let's just try 10. Let's actually try this. That's way more than like 100 pixels. Oh, that's because it's going through like the transformation. Yeah, that's because it's going through the transformation. Let's change that in the shader. Um, oops. Okay, so let's do this, and then let's do... And then let's do position.y plus equals uy offset. This is going to make things easier, I think. Except this position for the texture coordinate might be wrong now. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't be. Oh, no, it is. Right. It still needs to be this position. Let me close this. Okay, so 0. Then if you add 10, it's like not even. That like properly even doing what it's supposed to. Let's see here. We put this at 10. Yeah, I'll move it up. Put that at 100. It moves it up. Then this doesn't actually do anything. Why is that? Oh, it's because this needs to take place in the texture. Yeah, this position doesn't matter. That y offset needs to take place in the texture, and it needs to be divided by the texture height to go back into screen. Yeah, okay. Um, oops. Okay, so this can go here. And then what we want to do is take I'm gonna change this back to GL position. Okay, what I want to do is take this Y offset and transform it into the proper pixel, so proper screen coordinates, and then add that to the Y of this position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take spec for offset, and this is gonna be plus off.xy, even though off.x is gonna be 0, and that's gonna be equal to this matrix times vec for 0 u y off 0 1. This part doesn't matter. This could be 0 for all I care. So we're gonna do that. That's old error. If we do that, and I just reload this. If this is 0, wait, I didn't move that still. I want to see the matrix. So if you take a wait, that should be 0 then. That is gonna screw things up. I just want to take the yeah, I just want to take oh no, because that's gonna set the texture. I see. Yeah, right. It needs to. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. I think. So I'm gonna try something here quickly. Let's make this easier on me myself. So let's go in here and let's say if let's get rid of this. Or just delete all of that, but anyways. If text coordinate what x is less than 0.01, not dot x, dot y. I feel like that's not reloading properly. Yeah, it's not. Wait, what? How is that even possible? How can the texture coordinate be like that? Small. Can a texture coordinate be negative? Maybe it can. I really wish this would reload properly. I should figure out why that is. So text coordinate can be negative. That's new information. The texture coordinate bounds are like negative, like what's the deal here? Like why is this even sampling correctly? I'm assuming it's between 0 and 1. No. These like just completely like messed up. before we were just passing position. Yeah, exactly. But why are they like, they shouldn't be outside the range unless I've like completely screwed something up. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Thought it was. Where is the thing, like the mesh viewer? But this is gonna screw up the texture coordinate. Let's get rid of that. Still no red line though. Unless I screwed that up. Yeah. So what on earth? What have I done? What have I done? Yeah, where is my red lines? There shouldn't be that one, but should be a red line. There should be a red line somewhere. Why is it not? No compute shader. I mean, this texture is just correct, but they're. I guess that's right. Like, I guess that is what I'm doing, isn't it? So Right, so we get in this position, and then we're just using the position as the texture coordinates as well. So this position is from, let's open main here. What's this? So the position, second. Fix this after. So the position, let me see here. So that is in the Framebuffer thing. Yeah, we just bound this to like the same exact. Yeah, so, right. So if the vertices are just fixed, and then we go and scale them to the right size in this shader. We scale that rectangle up to just be exactly the same as this thing in pixel space. And then using this P matrix, we go and transform that back to normalized device coordinates. And then if we want to do this, I think we can still have this offset. If we put the offset here, that's gonna like clips. That's gonna cause stuff to get clipped though when we go back and multiply by this P matrix. So we don't want to do that at all. That's wrong. Just straight up wrong. So, okay, so this transformation is correct. And then scale this up for now. We can fix this after. Stuff is gonna get clipped either way. Yeah, we don't want the wrong stuff to get clipped. Exactly. Exactly, that is what we are trying to do. So to do that, okay, so this part is just fine. It's just we need to still adjust the texture coordinates. And that's what I want to use this Y offset for. Which means that these need to be, this y offset just needs to be needs to be a positive value between um, let me just let's do this. So superposition dot y plus equals u y offset, and then gonna go in here and I'm going to eventually I should just be doing the transformation there, but let's just try this. So basically want to go up by like a third of the texture coordinate. Well, there's like some red that get rid of that. So I would reload properly. Just go in here and do this. Yeah, so okay. Think I'm getting somewhere. I wish OpenGL wasn't so like frustrating to debug. This fraction should really just be yeah, should be basically that. Except we're slightly off. Why are we slightly off? The cursor position could be wrong. Why is that jumping around? I want this offset to be specified in pixels. So let's fix the vertex shader to do that properly. right now this just scales this. Okay, but we want to specify this directly in pixels, which means we just need to well, like this P matrix doesn't do what I want it to do though. It like you can this is like super fidgety to do it this way. What's the W supposed to be doing in this case? Nothing. I don't think the W is needed. Like right now, it should be one. Okay, and then if we do this, and then we could do we have to add 1 and divide by 2. That's not correct. Let's just not do that for now. Oh, wait, maybe that was correct and that just didn't work properly. Dang, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, sorry, this was supposed to be deleted. But that does not look right. Okay, fine. That was a stupid idea. I will just leave it like this for now. And we will do, and I'll figure out why that other stuff is slightly off. So let's get rid of all of this. And then we'll figure out why the top of this cursor is slightly screwed up. Not like a whole cell screwed up though. It's like, why did that not even change anything? Wait, what is this cursor position? Minimum between cursor position and this. This doesn't even look right to me. Yeah, that's why. That's not where that's supposed to be. So this should move it up or down one. Right. One of the harder parts of graphics, trying them out, getting a clear visualization, and then strictly sticking to them makes stuff easier. Yeah, that's probably true. I should probably start doing something like that. I don't know why this is correct, to be honest. Yeah, I haven't looked at like GLM in that much detail, so I don't really know what it does, but this is doesn't even make sense, this position, to be honest. Um, Something else here that's not correct about this cursor position. Let me just ignore the cursor position for now, and I will calculate it myself. So so we have the cell size and height. We're gonna use, so this first one is 2/3 of the way down. So it should be like window size dot height over uh times 1 minus 1 over FB height scale. That is going to give us 2/3 of the height. Oh, that's why this was like all weirding me out. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's 2/3 of the height up, but there's wait. Wait. So we need this to be in the correct coordinates. So this should be like two-thirds. It's 0.66. Well, it actually might not be 0.66. It should be like close to 0.23, but yeah, the reason why this was just wrong is because this needs to be cast to floating point. But basically want that. Why is this like very slightly off though? Well, that's like a different, that's where this is getting rendered. So where this is getting rendered is slightly off of 1/3. So where do we start? Where do we set the starting position for that? That was like this one. I kind of want this to get rounded up. That's not the problem. Or is this? Um, so that's just like slightly off. Why is that? Let's compute this differently. Like if you just add like a tiny little bit of fudge here, like it would not like that even, not even that much, like tiny amount. Um, it's just this is going to be a problem when you go off this screen. Oh, it's not a problem when you go off the screen. If you go too far off the screen, it is a problem. Not sure about that one actually. Oh, when you wrap off the screen. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense actually to me. Because in that case, the this y offset actually needs to get decreased. So if you take the cursor row I don't like how messy this is right now, but let's just consider this. So if you take the cursor, oops, let's go up here. I want to make sure. So this cursor position is actually being used. So I believe it's being used here. Oh no, it's getting adjusted. That's why this doesn't change anything. If I set this to 0, it will just still not matter. Yeah. So it's just getting adjusted by this line. That's why that was just like incorrect. Let us do something here. So, oh, because it was getting corrected by this. Oh, wait, what? This doesn't even make any sense. So this thing isn't doing anything either then. Right. Oh, I see. So this cursor position is just, the calculation is just straight up like messed up. So it should be addressed the opposite direction. So minus cell size dot height times cursor dot row plus 1 plus the cursor row offset. This should be correct. And then, so that would be in pixels. Then if you just divided that by pixels, you divided that by the frame buffer height, then it would give you a texture coordinate. So that's what we were doing before. What is this window size actually? Oh, this is not right. This should be a window size. Why does that happen? Oops. Basically, I want this FPS thing to just always draw. In the window. Let me think. So this thing here is obviously wrong. Cursor position. Oh, that's not right. I meant to what was here was fine. I just need to add something to this. I think it's just like 2/3. It's this 2/3 that I was thinking of here. 2 times. So it should just be 1 minus 1 over f30. So typing it like that. F32 FB height scale. Wait, why did doing that not do what I wanted? Didn't even. Why is that down there? Instead of FPS, I'm gonna hijack this for a second and just do 2074. Over window size height. Right, it should be like 1 minus that. It's like slightly off. I don't know why that's slightly off. Why does it jump like that? Um, my brain is having a dumb right now. I might need to just go to bed and solve it in the morning. That might be a more reasonable solution. Like why? Why? Uh, Pounding my head against the wall, trying to solve this. Um, like why was it that the 0.33 was just working? Offset goes up the texture. Starts at 0, up. So the top was already. I think in the shader. Okay, so this position. It needs to get scaled down. That's the problem. It needs to get scaled down by the frame buffer. By the frame buffer height. So if there's 3 textures stacked on top of each other, which there is right now, we should only be displaying from 0 to 0.33. And then you can shift that up appropriately by thirds. Or like not by thirds, just arbitrarily. Just try this. And then we're going to explicitly set this to 0.33 for now. I think I need to restart that because it probably did not do what I wanted it to do. What's that? I need to fix that. That is probably what I'll do immediately off stream. So if we just walk this up, wait. Did I leave that in there? I think I did. Yeah. If we can just walk this up now, so the y is going to go from 0. If you divide it by 3, it'll go from 0 to 0.33. And then we can just walk it up. Should have closed this. This is where GL viewport is going to come in. Yeah. Right, so let me think now. This is making a little bit more sense. Why is this still like slightly off? I'm actually this though. Let me just do this. Yeah, I don't get why there's like just very slight misalignment there. But let's just see if I add, let's do this. That's just the fudge factor, and then okay, well that's at least showing up in the proper place. I don't know what's going on with this FPS thing. It can get fixed. So it needs to be at the top of it. So this Y offset basically so this is okay. So this is I can at least show what I wanted to fix finally. So here you push down, you move scroll down, everything's like fine mostly except for that weird thing that's going on there. Then if you start pushing going up, I can figure out why that is. I think that's because the bottom this thing might just not work. That might be the problem. We might just not be able to do this whole like frame buffer thing, to be honest. But this, I was thinking I should just be able to add like an offset. So let's just try that. So in terminal.c, where that is supposed to be happening, which is here. Oh, I just had this here as a breakpoint. So if I think this is right. Yeah, so if the cursor row is currently the top, we're gonna try to do this. We're gonna do cursor row row offset. I think it's plus plus. Else oops, need to fix that. I mean that. Okay, let's try this. So if we do this, then we do like less etgl.c. We do this, everything is messed up. Do this, it's still messed up. Okay, so that's not working how I'd like it to work. Let me try. Where is it? Oh, I need to fix like I need to reset that row offset at some point. That's part of the problem actually. Okay, when should I be resetting the row offset? I think I am. I thought I was. Yeah, right here. Weird. This should be fine then. I don't know what that was. Okay, so let's try. I don't think that's doing what I want it to do. Okay, so this pushes it down. That does not work how I want it to work. I don't even know if I want to debug that, to be honest. I think I'm like thinking that the more I just like fiddle with this frame buffer thing, the less I'm thinking it's like that good of an idea. Hi, Archimedean. Oh, cool. Thank you. Um, yeah, good luck with those thank you cards. Um, yeah, the more I'm just working with like this weird frame buffer, the less I'm liking it. But I also just don't really like the other thing either. I just know the other thing works. Whereas like this frame buffer is like a little challenging to just get working properly because it's really not how the terminal's supposed to work, to be honest. So I'm kind of considering I'm just gonna scrap that portion and just go back to doing the other thing. I'm gonna get up and stretch and use the washroom quickly. So yeah, I think that is the outcome. I should just scrap this second frame buffer idea. Um, because it keeps getting more complex and not working well. And go back to the, or not go back, so I didn't have it in this program, but go back to doing the maintaining a second behind the scenes like frame buffer that you just go and blit from every time you need to blit. So I don't want to start that tonight though. To just end tonight on like a good note, I think what we can just quickly do is the less isn't going to work properly, but there is one thing I just know about less. Why am I? It's not a thing that's in this program. It's no OpenGL.c. This bottom line, if we open it here, this bottom line is supposed to be inverse colors. And we are just setting the cursor to have the inverse property on it. We're just not actually doing anything with that yet. So what I can do is not cd into the file. I can open the file, and in blit lines, not in blit lines, in push cell, yeah, in push cell, I'll do it in push cell directly. We have the term here, so yeah, we're gonna do this. So here we're gonna say why was there 4 things here? This is weird. Okay, anyways. Okay, we're gonna say here, we're gonna go and figure out, so if so let me see. This equals, so we need to check first. We need to go t to cursor to this, t to cursor dot state. What's the cursor? Cursor state. Where is that defined? Cursor. I am using this, so like an F1 here, right up here. So it's kind of like Vim, but it's more like it has like a bunch of SAM commands and stuff built in. Right, so it's in this cursor state. So cursor state dot attribute. So okay, this is kind of annoying. Let me not type this whole thing. We're gonna do Can it be bold? I think this needs to be like an int and not a this, but anyways. Adder is equal to t to cursor dot state dot adder, and then here we're gonna delete this, and we're gonna do okay adder and adder inverse question mark. I should spell adder correctly. And then background or foreground, foreground or background, background or foreground, foreground or background. And that should be all we need to do, to be honest. Yep, there you go. So now the line is flipped. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I've just been doing it forever, so I don't like how most of the I don't like how most like the IDE softwares are just like super slow and just have a ton of useless features in them. I kind of like to just make my own sort of custom thing that does what I want it to do and does it fast. So hence why I just use this. It's mostly simple, gets out of the way. So yeah, that's how you do the inverse. Yeah, I don't like VS Code. Like, I don't like how it makes like a VS Code configuration file on every one of your projects, and like, um, it's just like it just seems like really annoying to use to me like all the time. Every time I have to use it, I just don't like using it. So okay, so let me see here. So that is broken. I knew that already. Um, what else can I just do quickly before I finish up here? So we'll do that. What's even going on in this? Let's take a look. A bunch of this stuff is just gonna get deleted, to be honest. Um, yeah, let me think. So btgl.c. Oh, there's another thing. So let me actually, I don't know if I have any examples to do this with, but push cell. So if we adjust the foreground alpha, based on this, so we can go adder and um, at adder fade, what it's called, faint. 0. I don't know, 7 or something, and or fg.a. I don't know why I'm doing this on this one on one line. Let's not do that. It's kind of weird. I don't have anything to like test that with though, so maybe I shouldn't do that just yet. Actually, what I can do is probably just edit my PS1. Let me see. So if I do let me just do Let me just see here. Don't know if tput just lets you do that. Tput doesn't even want to tell me. We can probably do something like this. Let me see here. Is there... Oh, it's dim mode. Well, right now I'm just using like ST, like suckless terminal, but I want to be using this. I don't like ST. I find ST's like not good. And then we'll do tput sgr0 to reset everything. Well, that almost worked, except for the fact that I did something silly. And what was that? Yeah, that's what I did. Wait, doesn't this have... Thought that this had... ST should have dim. I think it's because I have bold dim. So let's do... I want to exit bold mode. Without doing SGRs. I don't think this is going to work properly. Should be a space after this as well. Let me think here. Just don't want to do this in two separate calls, but I think... Oh. Yeah, duh. So, okay, so I need to put this here. That's bold dim. I don't want that. I just want... Okay, so that's how I can just do that. So if I just do this in this other terminal, I don't have pasting yet. That's right. So if I do PS1, I should have just typed it here to begin with. Okay, so theoretically, this, if I just recompile, should be dimmed now. Ah, right. Let's jump to that. It's 255 times that. Oh, I passed in, oh, oops. I passed in these as U32s, not as colors. That's annoying. Probably fix that after. Actually, I'm just gonna do that now. Oops. So color. There we go. Okay, so faint. 0.7's like pretty good. Like 0.3 would be like too much. Too dim, right? Too dim. Maybe like something like 0.6 or 0.6 or like 0.8. I mean not 0.8, 0.7, like 0.75 maybe. That's like kind of too bright. You can't really notice it. I'm thinking like 0.65. Something like that. It seems to work for the dim, maybe. It could also just be like straight up 0.5. 0.5 like also works. Let's do that. Probably there's a way of just like turning this into like a multiplication, but with like this attribute. But anyways, um, so that would be like 127, I guess. 20. It's not gonna like, have a noticeable difference. Let's do that. So it's clear what I'm trying to do there. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. Tomorrow, what we will do is properly get this frame buffer thing working. Like not, sorry, I mean like delete this whole frame buffer idea. Um, and just go back to using maintaining like a set of stored cells that you just update um, as needed. I think that's going to simplify everything here a lot. It's just going to require me to think a little bit about how to. I think to start with, we're just going to do like the malloc realloc whatever thing, but we'll have to think about how to do that without doing the malloc realloc because I kind of don't like doing that at runtime. Much prefer to just take it out of the arena, but it's a little difficult to do that when you're resizing. So we will think about that later. For now, let's see. For now, what we will do is he is actually streaming today, but so is this person. Oh, this is doing he's doing something else. Yeah, we will go and raid Mr. Jonathan Blow, who is actually streaming. Who's actually streaming programming today. So this is J Blow. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all guess I need to do this first. Yeah, I'd be happy to have you back again. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, so we'll go and raid. Ciao.